Hey everybody, it is Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. Hope you're doing phenomenally well on this Friday. Yes, the weekend is just about here. There's no arguing that. So we're looking at a whole number of stories today, actually. We're looking at news quotes out of Pantera's Dan Morehead. We'll see what he has to say. We're taking a look at international news about security and vaulted offline cryptocurrency measures that are being taken, or at least offered. We're looking at Goldman Sachs and Mike Novogratz. They're both in the news. They're saying some things about crypto custody. We're also looking at a new feature here on Community Speaks. We're looking at the Anon project, and we're also looking at the next installment of our ICO review series today, looking at MF Chain. So lots happening, lots going on, but let's begin as always on altcoinbuzz.io with the CEO of Pantera Capital here, who says that the Bitcoin ETF is years away. That is a quote. Bitcoin ETF years away. During a panel discussion at Bloomberg's Institutional Crypto Conference in New York City on the 15th of October, the CEO of Pantera, Dan Morehead, claims that a quote, Bitcoin ETF is years away. While this seems to go against what would be beneficial for his company, it proves that he is objective and truly calls it how he sees it. Certainly we have had a bunch of ETFs, not the least of which has been the VanEck Solid X CBOE ETF that have been not rejected, but have been pushed down the road, that have been delayed by the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission. But guys, do not mistake this for FUD. Do not mistake this for sheepishness, because Dan Morehead is the one that said that one day crypto is going to be a $40 trillion market. You may remember his bullishness. We've talked about it previously. So in Morehead's opinion, the biggest challenge cryptocurrencies face is the attraction of institutional investors. He believes that if institutional investors are attracted to crypto markets, it will stimulate growth enough so that the SEC will deem markets to be of special importance and solidity. He calls this institutional inertia. Of course, we have Bakkt, which is all of a sudden a big deal. So we're talking about that. By the way, Chris Parada wrote this article, so all credit goes to Chris. Forgot to mention your name, buddy. Sorry about that. And he brings up those points. He brings up the fact that we have Bakkt all of a sudden that's in the news. That's going to be in November, hopefully making waves. We have Fidelity Investments. We talked about the institutional arm that they're expanding into as far as institutional crypto offerings. So Dan Morehead replied that, quote, he is confident that they will provide a very good institutional custody/clearing solution. Very few people know that the last asset class that was certified for an ETF was copper. It took 3 years, even though copper's been around for 8,000 years. So I think an ETF is years away. He's definitely a realistic guy. And again, don't mistake this for a negative sentiment. Don't mistake this for him not being a full-blown proponent of cryptocurrency like on steroids, because he is, again, a $40 trillion market. If you want to read more about Pantera, we wrote about them back in July. You can take a look at this link here. They're also on Medium. You can read about this. Bitcoin price target $5,000. Pantera blockchain letter, July 2018. That's from back in the day. If you want to brush up on some previous publications, not exactly relevant, but nice to have some context. In other news here by Zach, international security firm to offer vaulted offline cryptocurrency storage. So G4S, an FTS 250 security company that offers protection from cash to nuclear power, has begun offering cryptocurrency protection. G4S is one of the world's largest security companies. Headquartered in London, it employs 560,000 people, so over 500,000 people, and operates in 90 countries. In 2017, it recorded revenues in excess of 7 billion British pounds, allowing it to develop its new service. So the new service provides secure offline storage for large clients, keeping the assets safe from criminals and hackers. According to the Financial Times, the company already offers the service to an unnamed European exchange. The company uses its own existing vaults for the service and charges based on the number of storage devices the client wants. And then you have, according to a senior risk analyst here, quote, our security solution is built on a foundation of vault storage. We not only take the assets offline, but break them up into fragments that are independently without value and store them securely in our high security vaults, out of reach of cyber criminals and armed robbers alike. You guys can read more about G4S, what they're all about. I've not heard about them previously myself, to be perfectly honest, but they seem to be a mega massive company. And if there is a demand, whether it's directly from their direct clients or indirectly, but if there's a demand for them to get into the crypto space and they're capitalizing on that and they're recognizing it, that's a pretty good sign. I think they're probably going to be the first of many. So that's certainly a good omen. take a look. Here's a pretty hardcore picture of them. Maybe it's too serious, but news here on Bitcoin, news.bitcoin.com. Security giant G4S offers protected offline cryptocurrency storage. You can read about that here. You can also read about it on g4s.com. Check out their website here for more direct information. Now, in other news, Goldman Sachs and Mike Novogratz betting on crypto custody. Article here by Licia. So Goldman Sachs is the American banking giant that we've talked about quite extensively in the past, together with its former partner, Mike Novogratz, who's now at Galaxy Digital Ventures. They've invested in the U.S. crypto custody service BitGo. So that's a service that describes itself as the leader in security, compliance, and custodial solutions for blockchain-based cryptocurrencies. It's a multi-currency platform. The company's raised $70 million, of which $15 million were contributed by Goldman Sachs, and Michael Novogratz, the man who likes to predict. Yes, of course, Licia has written about this before. Mike says that the bottom is in. It's been in for a few weeks now, maybe even a month. So let's see if that's correct. His latest forecast was that BTC will be trading at $9,000 by year end. We're going to link to that for you to read. But then again, he also said that that was previously $10,000 by year end. So he seems to be adjusting on the fly. BitGo's rationale is all about providing security to investors in case their digital assets vanish, which is unfortunately often the case in the crypto world. Besides, U.S. regulators, quote, require large money managers to entrust client assets to a so-called qualified custodian. These include, for example, State Street Corporation and Bank of New York Mellon Corporation. Yet custodians are not rushing into the crypto business as the risks are currently too high. So you can read more about this venture here, but certainly a vote of confidence by Goldman Sachs and Mike Novogratz that contributed, as Licia points out, $15 million of that $70 million total valuation. If you want to read more about Mike Novogratz here, we've talked about him quite extensively in the past. This article from back in September, just under a month ago, billionaire Mike Novogratz, impossible for Bitcoin not to hit $10,000 by the end of 2018. That is, of course, until you come out with, your reduced prediction of $9,000. So it was impossible once, but things change, Mike, I guess. Another article here, predicting, is it time for crypto traders to dive deeper? This one also by Licia from the 4th of October. If you want to check out BitGo in more detail, modern custody for modern assets, you can check out their website at bitgo.com. We're going to link to that, of course, in the description below. Let us know your thoughts about Novogratz. Is he full of hot air? Is he turning into a bit of a John McAfee? Possibly. He's kind of trending in that direction, I'll be honest. But yeah, his team up with Goldman Sachs, I think, is still a good one. So let us know your thoughts and your perspectives, of course, in the comments below. And here we have a new feature. Our Community Speaks feature is blowing up. You guys seem to love it, and you guys are making great contributions. So here we have a little bit more information on the Anon project. So on September 10th, 2018, Anon was born. It was a fork from Z Classic and Bitcoin. This movement quickly gained momentum as a star-studded team led the way. Jake, a well-connected and Bitcoinist article writer, led the pack to what was considered the most successful fork ever. How? Multiple exchanges supported the fork. Z Classic did not pump massively, and all was delivered according to plan. So you guys can read more about all the particular reasons that you may want to be bullish on Anon. There's 7 reasons here that are listed specifically. This is already turning into a long video, so we're not going to go through them individually, but you can read all about the strengths of Anon, what it has to offer, why it may want to be something, a new project that you may want to have on your radar. Strategy, that's the key word that will make this team and coin surpass many. IDAX and Coin One were targeted to help increase Asian exposure of Anon. And all the coordinates are here. You have their website, www.anonfork.io. You also have them on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. So check it out. Anon, like many other blockchain companies, has an uphill battle to face. But as you read, the team is well prepared, the community is growing, and many achievements have been met. So check them out if you're interested. Our thanks to this, I believe it's an anonymous, how appropriate, and an anonymous contributor to the Anon project here, writing for Altcoin Buzz. But there you have it. As always, guys, if you want to make your own contribution, and we do thank this contributor from the bottom of our hearts, but if you want to make your own contribution, reach out to @Garrett59. I'll put it up on the screen here, @Garrett59 on Telegram. Give us a bit of a bio. Let us know what it is you want to support project-wise. Maybe you're working for them. Maybe you're just investing with them. It's all good. Just get in touch with Garrett and let us know what you're interested in contributing. Here's the AnonFork.io website. Anon, again, is a fork of Z Classic and Bitcoin, providing protection to its users with one main goal in mind: anonymity. You can check out their white paper here as well. And finally today, in the news, we're covering quite a lot. We have our last installment of our Altcoin Buzz ICO review series, this time looking at MF Chain, Modern Finance Chain. Now, if you're not familiar with this review series, basically we take a project and we take a team of Altcoin Buzz analysts and we assess the project on the basis of their team, their marketing efforts, their business plan, their competitiveness in the space. We look at the saturation in the space with other competitors. We take a look at their financing. We take a look at their technology. We take a look at their partners. And we quantifiably rate all of these categories, all of these parameters, and then we come together, and everybody's got a different opinion, of course, so we aggregate that score into an average, and it's a really good way of tapping into the hive mind, if you will, of the Altcoin Buzz analyst, because we give it an aggregated score at the end. That's a reflection of everybody's opinion, and that's also a reflection of all the individual metrics here across those categories that I mentioned. So if you want to check out Modern Finance Chain and learn more about it, here's the overview. It's aiming to design a digital economy which allows consumers to purchase goods and services using any cryptocurrency from merchants, while both the consumer and the merchant are rewarded for transacting. They are creating a cost-effective cryptocurrency payment ecosystem which is designed to build value for all parties involved in merchant transactions. So do check that out. If you want to learn more about it, we can link to modernfinancechain.com, of course. But certainly it would be a good idea to go through this particular review. This is probably one of our most robust that we've ever put together. There's a lot of information here. So do be sure to check it out for more information. If you're curious or if you're intrigued by the work that Modern Finance Chain is doing, here they are at mfchain.com/whitepaper. You can read all about their project in more detail and more specificity. And by the way, guys, scroll all the way to the bottom of our review here to get a quantitative score and our overall opinion on the project. With that, let me take a breath. Wow. Okay. Be sure, guys, you're following Altcoin Buzz and Altcoin Buzz news. We destroyed the CoinGecko and the joint CoinGecko and Altcoin Buzz giveaway. We gave away all kinds of different prizes, or I should say we're about to. That's going to be announced soon. We didn't quite hit 50,000 entries. We hit about 45,000, which is still like 50% above our previous record. So we smashed that previous record. But fortunately for me, I'm not going to have to dance naked through the streets or show you guys my crypto portfolio. Yes, I know I said as long as it's not illegal. The most thumbed up comment will, whatever. I'm going to go for some crazy idea as long as it's not illegal. But we got to hit 50K. We didn't quite hit 50K. So maybe next time, we'll figure something out. You guys have some time to think about a diabolical prank or challenge. In the meantime, guys, do be sure you're following Altcoin Buzz and Altcoin Buzz News. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Telegram, of course. If you enjoyed this video, guys, smash that thumbs up. Check out our last video here if you've not already, as well as our website for the latest content. It's a wonderful Friday, guys. Enjoy it. If you choose to invest, I wish you all the very best of luck. But if not, have a wonderful Friday. Have a great start to your weekend. We will see you all again soon in a new video. Take care.